Okay, Algebra 1. Well, Algebra 1 people. Let's see what we got here. We're looking at Unit 3. We call this A, which I think is like lessons 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. The worksheets, I'm doing the one that says online, which means YouTube review, online review. All right, so this stuff is pretty easy. It's functions, average rate of change. You'll see. I think you're going to remember most of this stuff. All right, the first one, h of x is this function. If the input, remember this means input, is 24, what is the output? One of these is the output. So what is h of 24? So function's a rule. You're just going to plug the 24 into this rule. And we're going to do some math. What are we doing first? Hopefully you divide. 6 goes into 24 4 times. And then you add second, and you go, oh, I can add that up and get 7. There's the output. So input, output. Easy. All right. A function is shown to the right. When is this thing decreasing? Decreasing. Let me get my colored pen out here. All right. It's going up. Remember, we always read from left to right. It's going up in the beginning, so it's increasing, and then it starts to decrease. See if my pen is working. Of course not. All right. Going down over here. Got to get a better pen. All right. Well, where is over here? Where does it start to decrease? We're looking for the x values, not the y values. This graph paper is pretty small, but I think it's back 2 places. So it starts here at -2, and it's going down, 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 down until it gets to the end. And I believe that is 10 places over. All right, so which one of these is correct? From 0 to 7? Definitely decreasing from 0 to 7. From -5 back here to -5, no, that's increasing. Back here at -5. -8, I was definitely increasing. -3, see, back here at -3 was decreasing. So -3 was decreasing. I would have liked to see like 0 to 10 or something, but definitely from 0 to 7, it's decreasing. So that is the only thing that makes sense right there. It's decreasing on that interval. All right, next one. This is like number 1. It looks like number 1. If you rush through it, you get the wrong answer, because I can see people saying, oh, there's the input, there's the output. No, that's the output. That's the output. We're looking for the input. So what gives me 12 as an answer? Oh, right there. There's the answer, 12. There's the input. So this is the one I'm looking for. So g of 3 is what equals 12. So 3 is the answer, which is choice 3. Okay. Big topic here. People are entering a stadium. Function of time. The table below shows the number of people for the first 25 minutes. What is the average rate of change? There it is. Average rate of change from 5 to 20. So I always tell my students change in y over change in x. Now in this particular case, sometimes you say change in outputs. Outputs on top. Change in inputs. Okay, means the same thing as change in y over change in x. But with this time we're not using x and y. We got people and we got minutes. So I'm looking for the change in people and the change in time. So I mean, if you want, you could put it like this: change in people, change in time. They all mean the same thing. But what's our time interval? From 5 to 20. You could do 5 take away 20. Most people are going to do 20 take away 5 because we don't want to deal with negative numbers. So after 20 minutes, how many people I got? 17,960. 17,960. And after 5 minutes, we had 8,707. All right, 8,780. I think it's time for the calculator to come out. All right. Clear this out. 17,960 minus 8,780. Okay, and then I get 9180. What am I dividing that by? 15. Divide by 15. I'm getting like 612. There's the answer, 612, which is right there. And if you're saying, oh, I need a graphic calculator, no, you just need a basic calculator. You could use the calculator on your phone. Okay. All right. Here it is again. Average rate of change. Change in y, or change in the function over the change in x. The function, okay. Where are we going from? 2 to 6. So I'm going to do some work up here. So how about we got to figure out what f of 2 is. We got to figure out what f of 6 is. I got to get the outputs. So if I plug 2 in here, I get 2 squared, take away 2, 4 take away 2, that's 2. If I plug 6 in, I'm going to get 36 take away 6, that's 30. So I'm ready to go now. Change in inputs, 6 take away 2, and above the 6, what's going there? The output was 30. What's going above the 2? The output was also 2. So I'm getting 28 over 4, which is 7. There's my average rate of change from 2 to 6. If we pick different numbers, you get different average rate of change. Okay. Two functions are given below. Determine which of these has the greater average rate of change. I'm going to do the easy one first because I got the table here. I'm going from -4 to 2. -4 to 2. Don't look at anything else. That's all I need. All right. So the change in this function over the change in x. -4 minus 2. All right. I'm going to get -6 down here. What am I going to get above it? All right. Input -4. Output was -8. Subtract. Input was 2. The output was 7. -8 take away 7 is -15. Oh, two negatives. I might use my calculator on this one. What's 15 divided by 6? 2.5. It's going to be positive. 2.5. There's my rate of change. Now, I did this one first to show you. You could do the same thing on this. This doesn't have a table. If you got a graphing calculator, you can make a table. I'm going to assume you don't have a graphing calculator, right? So let's show how to do it without the graphing calculator. Same thing, I'm going to plug in the two numbers. I need to get -4. All right, when I take -4, I got to square it. 6 times -4 plus 10. So this is 16 minus 24 plus 10. That gives me -8. Add 10 to that, I'm getting 2. All right. Then I got to do the same thing with the other number. We're going to 2. So I get 2 squared, 6 times 2 plus 10. So that's 4 plus 12 plus 10. 16, that's 26. All right, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to finish it up here. Okay, so what is the change in this function over the change in x? All right, so I got 4 minus, I'm going to do the same thing. 4 minus 2. When the input was -4, I got an output of 2. When the input was 2, I got an output of 26. So I'm getting -24 over -6, which gives me 4. All right, so the big question was, which one's greater? F of x. So F greater. Greater, can't spell, rate of change. All right, this is the winner. Okay, this was 2.5, this one was 4, that's bigger. All right, this last question, quick and easy. Function is shown, this little wiggly thing here. What's the domain? Domain, don't forget, is always x. So what are we looking for? The x's. I think when you learn this year, one of the methods you could do is like maybe put a box around it. Let me see if my pen's going to work here. You could try and put a box around it. I'm trying to use color here. I think that's as far left as I can go. Here's how high I can go. There's as far right. Here's the bottom, all right? So it's kind of contained in this badly drawn box. How's that helping me? How far left and right does this box go? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places back, -6. And how far forward? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places over. And I include those, so I put square brackets. That's my domain. If we switch this to range, you'd say, wait a minute, how low does it go and how high does it go? Because range is y. All right. Solve this when x is -3. All right. I think I got another color. Let's see. Yeah. Man. Just pen doesn't want to work. Let's try this pen. All right. -3. 1, 2, 3. Here's -3. I'm drawing a horizontal line. There's y equals -3. I'm looking for how many times I hit. I hit right here. We'll get the value. This one. This one. There's 4 of them. I hit 4 times. It says circle them. Circle the points. 1, 2, 3, 4 points are circled. What's this first point? I know that's -6. The next one, that is -2. I'm counting on the x-axis. I'm looking for the x value, not the y value. I know what the y value is. This is over 1. And the last one is over 5. So 4 solutions when x is -6, -2, 1, and 5. What's the lowest value of the range? Remember I said range is the bottom. So how low does it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y is equal to -7 is the lowest value. They say what's the highest? So you'd count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would also be 7. If they said, hey, what's the range? You'd say from -7 to +7. But on this one, we just want to know what's the lowest value. Lowest value is right there, -7. Okay. All right, so there's another worksheet. It looks very similar, very, very similar. It just says review. So this is what I call it the independent work. Independent work. This is what you're going to do. Very similar questions, extremely similar. So if you watch this video, you should have no trouble answering it. If you could print it out, that's great. Otherwise, do it on a separate sheet of paper. Write down your answers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give us the multiple choice. When you get to the free response, which is starting with 5, 5, 6, 7, you're gonna have to show a little bit more work. But you could do it on a separate sheet of paper, whatever's easier for you. All right, I hope everybody's safe out there.